Hey guys, it's Chris here from Chris's Creative Life, and I design workshops that help you create beautiful projects from start to finish with easy to follow guides. And I had this idea in my head for a little while, and so I am here to create a scrapbooking layout with the I Want Candy, which if you have not seen the I Want Candy collection, which is the current special from Close to My Heart, it is very cute. We'll just say that. We're going to use some puppy stickers. I did some coloring. I'm going to show you some of the stamping images. We also are going to scrapbook a vintage photo from 2003. I actually have an idea for the companion page that'll go with it, but I'm going to add my desk in here, and I'm going to talk about my whole little thought process that is going on here. So I did post a sneak peek of the photograph yesterday, I think it was. And so, like I said, this is a photograph from 2003, and it's my two kids together. So let's just go like this. I'm going to turn up the light a little bit because as soon as I go down on my desk, the camera down on my desk, everything gets a little bit darker. So this is, like I said, a super cute photo from 2003. Hannah was a Care Bear. Max was a puppy. He's not obviously in his costume in this photo, but it's going to go, there's a set of 4 photos I'm going to put on the other side. So here's where the idea came from for this layout. So part of, let me grab it. All the pieces were still sitting over there from when I was cutting out pieces for this. So the stamp set and thin cuts that are part of this special, one of them is like more candy themed and one of them is more Halloween themed. And I love this little spider web. And I was working on a different project. Oh, I was going to show you this. This is how we're going to adhere the spider webs because I thought that would be the easiest way. But so there's 2 stamp sets and thin cuts. So this is the one that's more candy themed, right? It's called I Want Candy, and I'm going to use lots of these on my project today. And then there's the Irresistible, which is the Halloween themed portion of the special. So you can mix and match it. And obviously I have lots of candy here, so I'm leaning into more the candy theme of the collection, even though my photos are actually Halloween themed. But so I loved this spider web, but I wanted to make it because they're photographs from when my kids were small, not like a scary spider web. So I had this idea because I was working on a different project, and it was like a wreath, it ended up being a holiday wreath, but I'm going to make it kind of the same concept, but with the spider webs. So I have cut them all out beforehand. And I thought this would be faster than you guys having to watch me glue them down, but you could totally glue them down. But so I gathered some stuff and I'm just gonna get started. So I do have one 4x6 photograph that's gonna go on this side. And I'll show you. This is the configuration that's gonna go on the other side. And this is actually gonna be the left hand page, and this is going to be the right hand page. And I was originally going to do it the other way, but if you actually look at them together, you can see that Max is looking into the camera this way, and so I'm going to put them on this side in this spot in this kind of orientation. And they're going to be looking at the photographs on the other side. So these are just some more of the photographs from the same day. And so, like I said, this will be the left hand page, and this is going to be the right hand page. I am not finished with the whole process here. This is just the beginning. I want to know like the group of photographs that I had to work with before. So, and if you need more ideas for I Want Candy, don't forget I do have a fun workshop that features I Want Candy. It's like 3 layouts. You use all of the products that are on your supply list, and only one of them is Halloween themed. Like I tried to keep the stickers that were really Halloween themed to one layout. And on this, I'm actually not using any of the stickers. I'm just using some of the paper and obviously the stamp and thin cuts because I loved them. So here I have a few things, like I said, pre-cut. So this is one of the pieces of paper that's like the periwinkle with the stars. And there is the little tiny sapphire hearts, which are just stinking cute. They're so tiny. So we're gonna use that one. On the back side, it's like the print with the candy. And then this is gonna be a journaling box. I'm gonna add some ink on here, and we're gonna do the wreath. That's the spider webs on here. But first of all, we'll just adhere these 2 pieces of paper together. So this is the piece that is like the stripe. And I love that they have this little white in here with just speckles on it. So we might actually pick that up in some other spots. But this on the back side is just like, they're supposed to look like, I guess, candies or gumdrops or something. So I gutted it so that I have that piece to use on the other layout. And so this is 11.5 by 11.5, and I'm going to adhere it to my black because I think black is probably pretty standard for Halloween. And then we're going to add some Sundance ink to that white daisy because that's one of the colors in here and kind of like the Halloweeny color. So I'm going to add that. Hey, Jenny. Thanks for popping on. So, like I said, this is just got a skinny little border here. So I'm just using my T-ruler. I'm going to line it up. I love this diagonal stripe. Sometimes the comments take a little, there's like, don't forget there's that little lag there. And then because they come from all different directions, sometimes they don't come through on this feed, but I see them after. Okay, so there we go. And so then my white daisy piece is just like a little bit skinnier than that, right? So I'm going to add Sundance ink. I'm going to just move my keyboard here just a touch so that I don't push all the keys. It's funny because there we go. Okay. So I have my Sundance ink and a blending brush, and I'm just going to do a circle in the middle kind of thing to make it almost look like distressed or like the night sky kind of. So I just always tap off my ink into the lid of my ink pad, just so that that ink is there. So instead of just like tapping it off onto a piece of paper or paper towel, I figure if then I needed ink at some point or I wanted to do like ink coloring, I could use it. And I also don't necessarily need this to be like super smooth or anything, right? I just wanted something in the background that kind of brought in the orange color. I was going to kind of give us that like spooky feeling of Halloween night. I'll probably add some ink somewhere in the background of the other side too. So, oh, and I know what we might do too. So, maybe we will use this ink. And it actually is way smoother in real life than the camera. And I kind of want it, right, to almost look like I said, hey, thanks for popping on. So now actually I'm going to use this ink that I have here. I'm going to pick some up with just my water brush, and I'm going to splatter the background a little bit. So just kind of a little splatter into the background. There we go. So some of it will go away with the water because I got some big drops there. And then I have some splatter. There we go. Okay, I'm liking where we're going. Okay, so actually I just want to wipe the water out there. Let's see if I can do this without actually falling off my chair. So there we go. So like I said, this whole concept too would be great for like a Christmas layout, right? The same kind of idea, not with the spider web, but actually like greenery, right? You could use Cricut cuts or one of our Christmas stamps. Okay, so I'm going to move this out of the way. I could also splatter on here some black, but I'm not really sure if I want to do that. So now you can see I'm going to add this on here, and then we're going to start our wreath. If I feel like I need more splatter, I can come back and add more on here. Okay, so there we go. Okay. So like I said, I did pre-cut out those spider webs, but I think you're going to find they're not so scary. So I picked some of the colors that are in this color pack, are in this paper pack. So I do have, because I have my black border there, I have some that are black. And like I said, this is just that artist tack because I thought it would be way easier to use it and just have them all pre-stuck before I started. And this is just using like a little bit out of the middle. So I have lots more. I thought that this would be a way better way to do it than trying to add glue onto them while you guys were on here. So I have some that are black. Most of them are black. So I think I have 4 black. I have 2 that are ballerina and then 2 that are periwinkle. So this is what I'm kind of envisioning in my head. We'll see. So here's like a periwinkle one. But so I'm going to put 4 black ones. So at all like the 6-inch mark ones. And I'm going to kind of offset them all so they don't all look the same. Because no spider web is perfect, right? So, and then like I said, I have 2 of the pink and 2 of the periwinkle. So I'll add those in kind of the middle. So it's going to just end up like one giant wreath. So these pieces, I'll be able to use the rest of it. I just, like I said, I thought this would be the easiest way. So on my Versamat, I'm kind of looking where my 6 inches are. So, and now you can kind of see why I put that background in there. And if I need to, I could go back and add more like glue onto the spider webs if I need to. But they seem pretty good. Okay, so here. So I'll just throw that back in the package. And then, so I love the periwinkle, right? So then, like this is kind of what I'm thinking. See how it kind of almost makes like that same, and then some of them, right, I'll tuck underneath and some of them will be on top. So they're kind of overlapping. And then in this, I'm going to add like those candy pieces and trick-or-treat things that I colored. And that the candy thing is the Stampin' Thin Cut for this one, that like I want candy part is perfect for like birthday cards. Like it just doesn't have to be Halloween. Any kind of, perfect for like a birthday layout too, right? So before I push anything down too much, I'll move this up so you guys can kind of see. So I think this one I'll put out a little bit. Okay, and so this is what it's gonna look like with the photos on top. So I pull this one right out to the edge. See, and they kind of just now overlap, and like how fun is that? So yeah, it totally was inspired by like a Christmas wreath thing. Okay, so that's that. So I then also decided to map my photo in the Sundance. And then I have like a wider mat here. And then I'm going to show you all these candies because I did a whole bunch of different things. There's so many fun ways to play with the candy from the I Want Candy. And I'll show you some of the different things that I did here. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to add my journaling on this side too, because the other side is like mostly photos. So I have like the same, that piece of pink with the sapphire on the back. And then I have a periwinkle mat. And I'm going to make a little journaling box. You guys see me do this all the time, but I'm going to add my own lines and I'm going to stamp on here. So I thought I would use the stamp that says "You're a Treat," and that is from the Halloween one, not the I Want Candy one. And then I also have this one that's the Irresistible, which is, so I'm going to put those, I'm going to stamp those first, and then I'm going to do my lines, just so that I know how much space I have for my lines. And then I'm trying to decide, I will either add my title like right here, I thought, or on my other layout. And it could either be the Booyah or So Good, right? They both kind of really work. So I'm just looking for a piece of foam. They're like all over the place, so that I don't have to flip my Versamat over because I'm going to do my lines. So, maybe, so I have black. I think I'm going to do the Irresistible in the black, but I think I'm going to use Periwinkle for the You're a Treat. So, like this. And the fun thing about the fonts, like the title fonts or like you can see it here too, the So Good, is it's got like that built-in distressing. So if you don't feel like you're super great at stamping, this is one that's perfect for you because it's not supposed to be perfect. The end result is not like a perfect stamp. So I'm thinking I'm going to put something over here. So I'm going to keep all my stamping on this side. I have not actually used the stamp yet, so just give me 1 second. I'm going to actually test stamp it here. I just need a piece of scratch paper. Well, I'll just use this because I pretty much decided my title is not going to be the Sundance. This is I just recently re-inked this one and I don't think I did the best job, but I was desperate. So it would also be cute to add that like at the bottom and just do your journaling up to that too. So I'm pretty good at re-inking the colors. I just have a hard time with the black. So there we go. Okay, so now I'm just going to add a few little journaling lines here so I can tell my story. And if you haven't seen, I did write a blog post about journaling and scrapbooking. It's up on my blog. Okay, so that is too close. So I'm just lining it up. And I'm going to use the lines here. And then the markings on my ruler. So I think I'm actually going to use the dark gray, because it feels very Halloween-y to me. I'm just trying to get my spacing right there. There we go. Because I knew that up that little bit was too close for me. I love doing this. I all the time either will make my own journaling box, or I do also really like the journaling strips. It just kind of depends on whether like you have a story you want to tell or you just want to do some bullet journaling. When I do the other side, I have some interesting thoughts about the photographs, because I couldn't remember. I knew that because there was ballerina in it, for some reason no, nobody's late. Don't worry about it. I knew that I wanted to use the photographs of the year Hannah was the Care Bear. Because I really liked the ballerina in the collection. And you don't always see like pastel-y light Halloween collections. And so I had to ask Hannah what year she was the Care Bear. And so I found the photographs. They weren't digital, so they were actually printed photographs. So I had to scan them. But the fun thing is, like, then I went down, of course, a rabbit hole. See, the irresistible would look really good there too. We might add another word in somewhere else because I'm not really sure that, well, maybe I'll just add another line. I went down a rabbit hole of like Halloweens, right? Because I have everything, all my photographs organized chronologically. So it was fun to see all of their costumes. And because we had just a second, the ruler fell and I don't want it to unplug my camera. Because we had just been purging at my house, it was funny because some of the costumes that I saw in like the old photographs were in containers that we were getting rid of. So how pretty does that look, right? Okay. So now I'm going to show you, like I said, I did play with all the candy before. And so I'm going to put the pieces of candy in the wreath, like how you would have like berries and leaves and all of those kind of things. But I thought I would show you what I did here. And then of course I have the puppy stickers because they're my favorite. I'm pretty sure it's just because they're like a nostalgia for me that I love the puppy stickers. But there's tons of puppy stickers in the I Want Candy collection. Okay, so I thought I would just show you a few of the things I did here because they're not all the same. And I'm not obviously going to use all of these. They might show up in some future projects. But, so like I said, there is the more Halloween themed stamp set. And then the candy one. And I love them both. So I have them both, but so I just, stamp the bats and thin cut them out. They'll look cute in there. You could add some shimmer brush to them. There's the little treat bag, and I just did some marker coloring with them, and I wanted the two colors to mix. I actually think I'm going to use this on the other side though. So there's a pumpkin. And these are slightly different. I'm going to show you. So these are paper pieced together. So I used colored cardstock and cut them out. I colored the stems with my tri-blend marker because that was small enough that that's all I wanted to that was fine to color. And then this is versus the whole pumpkin is colored with a tri-blend. So, but also when I paper pieced these, I did add some tri-blend marker on there. So I added just a little bit of the gray marker on there to just add shadows to where I paper pieced. So I thought it just kind of gives it another little dimension and kind of makes them pop off the page. So then the chocolate bars, I loved the chocolate bars. They were so fun to play with. So this one, for example, I colored the chocolate part of this and then I paper pieced the bottom. You could also fully color the chocolate bar. These ones are paper pieced together. So like it's ballerina and glacier, and then this is espresso, right? So, and I played with the two-tone cardstock here, right? So that's the light side and that's the dark side. Then I colored the candy and the candy wrappers. Some of them I made different colors. Some of them are the same. this one, like I just had fun playing with them. I thought I actually paper pieced one of them. Maybe that was just on a different project. I don't have one here. So some are like just different variations of the same color. Some are completely different. Some are brighter. So this is kind of what I'm going to do with those. And then all of the ghosts, because they're so stinking cute, I stamped them. I gave them little pink cheeks with pale pink. And then I added some of the gray shadow on them. And then I actually painted them with clear shimmer brush to make them cute. So they're going to go in here. I love this guy's expression. It looks like he was scared by another ghost for sure. So I'm going to create a little cluster here. Because you can't have too many cute ghosts on Halloween. So then I did the little wrapped candy. These could be paper pieced or colored. I said, some of them I did like the same kind of color family. Some of them are different. We're going to need a few more bats, I'm feeling. Okay, and then the little bag of candy. So I did some tri-blend markers. So these two, I paper pieced the ribbon on there. So, right, this is the jade cardstock. And then this is the periwinkle. And then this one I colored, right? So you can do it however you would like, whatever you prefer. So there's lots of different, like, I think that's I love that when that happens with a stamp set, right? Where there's lots of different ways to use it. So no different than these, right? So these are 3 lollipops. So this one is just colored with my tri-blend markers. This one is just, it's got tri-blend on the bottom and then just a single color cardstock, right? I did add a little bit of a shadow with the gray. And then these ones are 2-tone, right? So I cut out this stripe here. You can see that's the ballerina on the periwinkle. And then I did a jade one on this, right? So there's lots of different ways that you can play with this stamp set. So I'm kind of thinking I don't know that I want the lollipop like up in the wreath. Do you know what I mean? And then the little candies, I just did, like I picked out, these are all just with my tri-blends. And then I did add a little bit of a shadow across the bottom of each of the packages. And none of them are the same. I just kind of picked colors that I thought went with the collection. So they're just like, isn't that cute? And yes, I know it's a little bit extra, but it's so fun. Okay, and then I'm going to add these in my wreath also. Okay, so let's start sticking some things down here before I start losing them. So I'm going to put my photo down. I always kind of just rough things in where I think I'd like them to go. And then I can move them around and play with them a little bit. That way too, I can get my layers correct. Some of it I'm gonna pop up on 3D foam. Some of it I will leave flat. But like that chocolate bar is so cute. Okay, so then I'm going to do, oh, here's my 3D foam. Because I always think too, I'm like not about the scary Halloween, that's for sure. Like, and my kids were never either. Like even Max was, I think he, like, you know, when in elementary school when everybody's like that scream creature, that I still haven't actually even watched the movie because I think I would be too scared. My kids were never really like that. Like they weren't all about the really scary. I think I'm gonna put a purple in there. Like, not to say once they weren't teenagers that he didn't dress up in like scary costumes, but really they weren't really ever really about the scary costumes. And that was one of my favorite parts about like looking back through the photographs. In elementary school, they always did like a parade in the gym, and so there were fun pictures of them with their friends, right? Some of them in that like scary guy costume. It was funny because one year, I don't know, Max must have been in like grade 2 or grade 3, and he found a candy corn costume, and that's what he wanted to be. But the candy corn costume was like for a toddler, like, you know, so it was just like, it was probably only like 14 inches high kind of thing. So my sweet mother-in-law, because I'm like, do you think you can do something so he could actually be this? Because that's what he wants to be for Halloween. She took apart the costume. She made the head hole bigger. She extended it a little bit so that it came down on him farther. And it was like super soft. It was plush. Now, at night, he went out in a different costume, but it was definitely a fun costume for school. So... And Hannah never really liked Halloween. She was very scared of Halloween always. So that's why she was never scary people. So I'll be interested to see, because she has a dog this year, if she dresses her puppy up for Halloween. So... if I had to hazard a guess, I would think so. So I'm just going to roll the bat just a little bit. So you can do this like with the pencil. I just happen to have my piercing tool here. I just kind of want to give him a little volume. So, oops. So now when you look at him like that, right, he's got more personality. So I'm thinking maybe we'll have to duplicate another one of these with like a Christmas theme. You could also do this for like Easter, right? You put like on your door something for all the seasons. This could just be like the inspiration. Okay, so this I'm going to put up on 3D foam. And I love that we have two different thicknesses. Because then I can get different layers going. And so I'll just kind of go through and keep on adding stuff. It was funny because I was talking about like even treats. So because my daughter has a peanut allergy, we always kind of do like a peanut free. And that's why too, right? You see the teal pumpkin. That's always what I always think about when, but I was thinking, oh, I should probably get some treats. But the problem is when you get treats in your house too early, then they just like disappear somehow. I'm not really sure how that happens. So you could even kind of like tuck them in like they're caught in the spider web. I'm trying to decide too if I should add a doodle line around the outside to match the gray on the journaling. So you guys tell me what you think, if I should just leave it white around the edge or if I should add a journaling or like a doodle line. It is cute, isn't it? I do think that the cute kids help it, but I think just even the whole idea is kind of fun. Doodle? I'm thinking so too. And then if I doodle on this side, I'll have to doodle on the other side. But I actually think that the second page will come together really quick, cute too. So I didn't have these, all the photographs. So there's the 4 photographs on the other side. And then this one, those are all the photographs that I have for this Halloween. So I knew that I wanted in the end to incorporate like 5 of them. So when I planned this, like I knew that I only wanted to I would only be able to get 1 photograph. So if you did want to put a second photograph, so you could, instead of this journaling box, add a photograph in this spot too. You could also do smaller photographs, right? You could also do smaller photographs and add them in the wreath also, the way I'm adding in like the candy and the ghosts and all that stuff too, right? You could do just little 2x2 photographs and add them in the wreath. That would be cute. No, I want this popped up, I think. We were actually laughing because these photos, to store them chronologically, they're just in like an old album, right, where you just slide the photographs in. So because that's the easiest way for me to be able to keep them chronologically. Actually don't have it here anymore. I put it away already. I was going to show you, but And then I know like once they're pulled, then I've scrapbooked them or whatever. But it was funny because this the series before Halloween were my kids sitting at the kitchen table eating dinner. And obviously whatever we were eating, Max was not about having it. And then he's got on like his not safety helmet, but like he had, you know, like when they wear helmets for like scooters and things like that. But it's this little round helmet and he's all buckled in. And I'm like, so I said, oh, you should go look at the pictures in the album that I've got open. And he's like, we're having like an unsafe dinner or something there that I had my helmet on. It was very cute. I'm like, no, sometimes you were just a little bit goofy. But it was cute, right? And something that I would never remember if I wasn't looking back. Okay, so before I add anything more into my wreath, I'm going to do my doodle line, and then we'll add the puffy stickers, and then we'll decide if we're done. He is a little character. He still is at 22. Because I'm feeling like I need more over here, but I want to make sure we get some puffy stickers in there before. So I'm going to do the dark gray line because that's what I did my journaling lines with. I always say he was a challenge, but he always could make me laugh. And he still can. And he still is a challenge some days. So some of the things, right, that I do on this side, I will for sure bring on to the other side. And anywhere that I'm hitting one of the spider webs right across the edge, I'm just leaving the doodle open. I think if I had edge distressed it too, that would have worked, right? Just adding like a gray ink around the outside. And I actually do really like the splatters too in the background. I'm going to for sure have to remember to do that on the other side to bring them in. So yeah, I think that the splatter was a good idea. Okay, so let's add some puffy stickers. So I'm saving these ones for something else, but I'm going to use all the other shapes. And I thought too that like the stars are perfect because it's kind of right, like also like night or whatever. And I love that they're all different kind of colors, right? So, and I'm going to add like the pink up here where I have the periwinkle spider web, right? So I'm playing off the other colors in where I have different colors. I don't know if that doesn't really make sense as a sentence, but so I'm using other colors to highlight the colors, right? Okay, and I love these big swirly candles and candies, not candles. And then there's a smaller version, and then there's like a swirly one. But I am feeling like I want some sparkle. So, and I kind of thought that right away from the very beginning. So I think I'm going to add clear sparkles as long as I can find them here. I have bitty sparkles. Where might my clear sparkles be? They're probably pulled and with a different project. But I'm going to, maybe the bitty ones are just enough to make me happy. Yeah, see, now I'm happier. Once I start to add the puffy stickers in, right, it kind of makes it feel like it's fuller in different sections. Yeah, and I literally just stamped a whole bunch of these and just, like I said, played with colors that I felt kind of went with the collection. And these will for sure be used on the other side or in a different project. I also could have splattered in the background with like a gloss spray or something like that too. Or I could have done like spiced marmalade in the background and did more of the distressed look. But you do actually still get that with, okay, I'm going to add some bitty sparkles in, and then I'm going to add some smaller puffy stickers. And I'm literally, no rhyme or reason, going to add bitty sparkles in. I did actually almost do distressed oxide in the background, but I was going to do originally kitsched flamingo, but I decided not to because I wanted to play up some of the other colors and not just the pink. And so I thought the Sundance really kind of would highlight this, the little stripe here I have going on in the background. These almost look like just like, you know, like the twinkling lights. So like I said, you could totally do the same thing and add more photographs. But I knew I only had a total of 5 altogether. Oh, that's funny, my light just got brighter there for all of a sudden for some reason. So yeah, I like that. I don't know if it just got darker outside or something, but my light shouldn't have got brighter because of that. Okay, so now I'm just going to add the last few smaller dots in, and we're going to call it done. But I think it's super fun. I just wanted to try and do something kind of a little bit different with it. But don't forget, like I said, if you are looking to use up your whole pack of paper, my I Want Candy Scrapbooking Workshop is really cute. So I might even have another package of these puffy stickers in my cart as we speak. Because I think this is now this is my third package. They are too cute to spook. That was the other title that I was playing with. But I actually think I decided I'm going to put the title on the other side. Because I had originally thought I might do it here. I'll show you. So I was thinking about doing it here, but I'm going to put it on the other side. I have an idea. So that's the too cute, but there's also this Booyah, which I thought would be really cute as a title, but I'm going to put it on the other side. As soon as I decided that I was going to reverse the layouts so that this would be on the left-hand side, or this would be on the right-hand side, sorry. The other one would be on the left-hand side. Did I say that right? This is my right-hand side page now, and the other one is my left. So it's going to go something like this, right? So I know it's lucky I can keep my hand straight today. So originally I was going to do it the other way, but because he's looking in, I'm going to do it this way. And originally when it was going to go the other way, so if your photograph was the other way, you could do it this way, right? Like this, and have this big photograph here and your journaling here. And if you wanted, you could do your title here, right? But because I'm doing it the other way, I'm going to have my title on this side now. But I actually really like the way these two are going to look together. So I could still, if you wanted, do my title like that. But I'm going to put it over here. And I think I'm going to use the Booyah, but I'm not 100% certain yet. But so that's what I've got for you guys today. I think it turned out super cute. So just have fun. And like I said, you could use the same concept for any kind of theme. Good job finishing your workshop. It is super cute, and it does actually, because it's 3 layouts, it comes together really quickly. And like I said, I really enjoyed, I love the new concept. I'm going to just add myself back up onto my screen. I'll do side by side and leave this down here. I really do love the whole concept that Close to My Heart has been moving towards with the, let's just see if I can, while I'm talking, I'll just zoom them in a little bit so you can still see the layout. I'll take some photographs and I will put them up here on my page too, because there will also be the second page. I love the whole concept that they are doing with the dual themes that they have going on, so that if you didn't have Halloween and but you liked the collect, because the paper and the paper and most of the stickers are just candy themed, right? So they make great birthday layouts or party layouts or anything along that line, or just kids eating candy. So I do really love what they've started to do with kind of that dual purpose, so that if maybe one theme isn't like you don't have 100 pictures to scrapbook in that theme, not really 100, you do realize I'm exaggerating just a little bit. But like I said, I do find them super fun to work with for starters, and really neat concept. Okay, guys, so that's what I've got for you today. Like I said, I will take some photographs. I'll add them in here probably at the beginning of the week, and watch for, I'll do the companion page. I'm not sure if it'll be next week or if we're going to do something different next week, but I'll talk to you later. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask, add them in the comments below, and we'll talk to you later, guys. Bye-bye.